Hey guys, Alex from 7th Hour Film is back again with the final, episode of Kaguya-Sama Love is War Ultra Romantic. I guess technically it is the last episode of Ultra Romantic, so that's at least something. But yeah, last time around, Kaguya wants to confess Part 2 and Part 3 and Dual Confessions Part 1. It's got me so hyped I'm making noises that humans should not be able to make. But yeah, anyway. After learning about Shirogane going to Stanford, Kaguya has pretty much decided, alright, well, now's the time, Now's the time, gotta tell him. Meanwhile, Ishigami and Tsubame have decided that in 3 months, Tsubame will make a decision on whether or not to reject Ishigami. Ishigami's kind of none the wiser on this, but that's alright. He's going to be in for a surprise, I think, in 3 months. But yeah. And then there was the mystery, the phantom thief Arsene, and who could he really be? And he's so good that he actually sent Detective Fujiwara off on a wild goose chase. And Kaguya figured out the true identity of Arsene is none other than Miyuki Shirogane. And now they are both headed to the clock tower for their confessions. Kaguya, whose plan is falling apart because she doesn't have the heart, she doesn't have coffee, she doesn't have anything, she doesn't have Ayasaka. Everything is falling apart and she is now losing her confidence. And Shirogane, who's standing up there in a cape and a top hat, feeling really cringy about himself. So everything's going really well. But that's pretty much where we left off. Today is the Season 3 finale, and I suppose technically the series finale, but we also have the special episodes, which we're going to be watching those just as 4 normal episodes, instead of together as a movie. And yeah, we're going to have a good time, and then the show is going to be over. But then we'll be able to watch something else, which, boy, I guess I better figure that out. So yeah. Like always, the reaction is down in the description and in the pinned comment for your viewing pleasure. So let's go ahead and jump right into this episode of Kaguya-Sama Love is War Ultra Romantic. Let's get going. They did it. They did it. They grew up. They did it. Maybe even grew up a little too much in Kaguya's case. Went for the kiss. Ended with tongue. Not only was it like, not only was it a confession, it was also a, hey, cross the ocean with me. Like, oh man. They did it. They did it. Let's go. This is what we've been waiting for. They finally did it. They finally confessed. In their own special ways. Oh boy. I mean, that's it, kinda. I mean, look, I can't get around the fact that, yes, there are 4 more episodes. Technically a movie, I'm assuming... I don't know, I guess I can't really assume anything, but... I'm assuming it's just like an epilogue, kind of, like... They wanted to do a thing, a thing afterwards. I don't know if it's necessarily canon, but... And Ishigami accidentally confessed to a different girl. Fucking idiot. I don't know. I hope it works out for him, But they finally did it. They finally confessed. They finally confessed. It finally happened. Man, I don't know, man. Like, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. It was so perfect. That's honestly, it's kind of shocking that it was, especially because, last episode is like, oh, well, excuse me. Last episode, it was like, oh, well, they've kind of been stripped down to what they truly are, which is awkward teenagers. But in the end, it still worked out, Like, he powered through his cringe. And was able to do it, with the bonfire and the balloons and the blue one, he perfectly caught the blue one. I mean, it literally all went, like, according to plan for him, And I mean, it's, who confessed first? He did, He confessed first. There's no other way to put that, but he confessed without saying it first. To be fair, she did too, like, because neither of them said it. But they did. They did it without words. Is that the ultimate goal or lesson of this show? Is you don't have to put it into words? I guess because even Ishigami didn't. Granted, Ishigami didn't mean to, but he just gave the cookie, and that was it, But he's just a friggin' moron. But they did it. Even if they didn't say it, they did it. The only thing maybe is if, like, at the end when they show the hands holding under the desk, they should have had, like, the two of them, like, say it simultaneously. Even if it's just, like, in their heads or something. I don't know, man. What a ride. What a ride. I have gotten so much more hype out of this than, like, My Hero and Demon Slayer and stuff. Like, just the amount of hype in this show. Literally a show about two awkward teenagers trying to confess to each other. Is this why like is this why middle-aged moms will watch Hallmark? I've watched the anime equivalent of Hallmark. Because, like, look, like, every time I go get a haircut, they have a TV on, and I swear it's always the same friggin' Hallmark movie. It's, there's this girl from America, she's trying to make wine, but she needs to enter this competition, so she goes over to France, where, like, don't think you can enter a wine contest in France. Apologies to the French, that is a terrible accent, I don't know what that was. But I swear, like, every Hallmark movie is that, and then, some hot guy shows up. But it's like, is this anime's equivalent of a Hallmark movie? Of, like, a romance movie? I don't know. What's like I don't even know romance movies, man. Hang on. Famous romance movies. Well, Titanic, I guess. Casablanca, The Notebook. Or we'll go with The Notebook. Is this the anime equivalent of The Notebook? But, like, it's anime, so it doesn't know how to, like, be actual, like, romance drama, I guess. It's, it's wacky anime. From the same country that brought you Dragon Ball Z, here's anime's version of The Notebook. Kaguya-Sama Love is War. I don't know. I mean, I know there are romance animes. I've watched some romance animes, and they're fine. This is on a whole other level, Because just out the gate, this show is ridiculous and crazy, I mean, this definitely emphasizes the calm part of a rom-com, Oh my gosh. I mean, like, look, this is the show where the main character's maid is like a super ninja assassin who just wants to be a normal teenage girl, Ugh. Like, there was a whole plot about Kaguya trying to join Twitter. This is the same show that earlier this season, like, dedicated 2 episodes and to, like, the feelings and thoughts of Ninja Assassin Maid and conveyed it through rap music. Like, this show, this isn't normal. Like, this isn't a normal rom-com. That's a Roman comedy. Sorry, excuse me. A rom-com. I mean, it really is, though, like, it really does take the mind and the feeling of a teenager and just, like, everything we view is from the eyes of a teenager, basically, you know? Because when you're a teenager, this stuff is the most important stuff in your entire life, you know? Like, once you become an adult, you look back on things as a teenager and you're just like, what was going on there? It's just like, now I got real responsibilities. Like, I got like taxes and stuff. Like, what? I don't know. Like, I had troubles when I was a teenager, you know? It's just crazy, man. But even still, like, you know, for as ridiculous as this show is, I mean, they're pretty genuine characters, though. They're pretty genuine characters. I mean, even just Kaguya, just the fact that they talk about in the beginning, you know, how much she's changed because of Shirogane. And that's true, you know? Which, honestly, it's like, at the beginning of this show, like, I liked Kaguya as a main character, definitely. But, like, only now, like, now that we're at the end, I'm like, oh, Kaguya, she is absolutely, you know, great waifu material, you know? And it's a hilarious thing, because at the beginning, I guess that's pretty much, like, why they give you Fujiwara, because she's just like, oh, here's bubbly, happy, you know, anime girl. Here's your waifu. And then just as the episodes go on, you quickly realize, oh, she's not a good waifu. And then the show tells you that, you know? And then by the end of this, it's like, no. Now, Hayasuka's always a waifu. But Hayasuka's great like that, you know? But Kaguya, I'm just like, I look at Kaguya now, I'm like, man, I really like Kaguya, you know? And that's on top of the fact that, you know, Shirogane is definitely husbando of show. Did I just get, like, really old saying that? I don't know, man. But yeah, but I like how they talk about, like, she's gotten so much better. I mean, yeah, it's like, she has friends. And not even just the council, the student council. Like, she has other friends, you know? And she talks with other people, like, in human ways, you know? And even just the fact that she went from Ishigami, like, she never hated Ishigami, but she did view him as, like, a lower life form. And now they're friends, you know? Now, like you know, when she thought that someone else had confessed to Tsubame, she was like, all right, I'm gonna go cut a bitch now, you know? She was like, I gotta defend my boy, I gotta help my boy out, you know? And that's amazing, you know? So, I mean, that's the thing, is for how much I say is like, oh, this is a ridiculous show, then this is crazier than any rom-com ever. It's just like, but at the heart of it, it's like, all these characters are still very real characters, you know? It's just that the situation and what can happen is just ridiculous, basically, you know? I mean, it literally was, you know, love is war. Love is war. And with, you know, how much, even just the formatting of the show, every story ends with, you know, results for today's battle and stuff, you know? But at the end of the day, it's just love. And why have so many ridiculous things happen? Because love is ridiculous. It is just a ridiculous emotion that humans have, you know? Like, I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know if I can get philosophical right now. And man, what a friggin' Chad, too. What a friggin' Chad. The other thing, I have to say, I love that the internet's perception of Giga Chads, I mean, it's genuinely, it's not what the actual thing is, because the Giga Chad is the meme of, the fucking dude with the square jaw and everything, just like all hulked out. I love, though, that the internet always classifies the right people as Giga Chads, and Shirogane is that, and you can have, and there's, I don't know, you can have your all kind of what you would think a Chad would be, but it's just like Shirogane, he used his second letter of recommendation from the principal for Kaguya so that she can apply to Stanford, and then the two of them can be together in America. Like, I thought they were just going to have to deal with having a long-distance relationship, but no. He's like, hey, this is crazy. I know it basically means abandoning your entire family and going against the wishes of your father, most likely. The head of one of the largest groups in the entirety of Japan. Will you come to San Francisco with me? Like, that's... Oh my gosh, that's crazy. But she'll do it. And they both confessed without actually confessing. You did it. And Kaguya got a little tongue in there too. I love just as she's describing all of this to Hayasaka, and she's just standing there a blushing mess, It's so crazy. And then it's like she still technically loses for just going a little too far for a first kiss. But she didn't care. And I do love that. It's like, why do you need to hear a verbal confession from the man you stuck your tongue down his throat? And Miko, maybe thinking that Ishigami's not that bad. And Ishigami, the fucking idiot that he is, gave a heart to another girl. Luckily, I'm pretty sure Miko knows he doesn't actually mean it, but... And then, yeah, just the fact that it's like, she sees all the people happy at the bonfire. It's like, she didn't even want to be at the bonfire. She just wanted everyone to be happy at the bonfire. And so just seeing that video made her happy. Oh. It's symbolic. Is symbol. It's the tale of Princess Kaguya. Instead of being separated, she's gonna go with him, which the princess didn't. Oh, fuck. That's actually fucking symbolic and heartwarming and shit. Oh! 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 He did it. He got the princess. In the way he said he would back then. That he would fight tooth and nail to keep the princess. And he did. Oh. We wanted to create the world's biggest Giga Chad. And we succeeded. Oh! And there's 4 more episodes. Which is crazy. Crazy. I mean, hey, I guess we get to see what is life like now that they're together, which I'm kind of glad for, because there are times where I look at some of these romances and I'm like, man, show me what they're like show me their future, even if there's nothing crazy going on. I just want to see it. I don't know. I'm already fucking lonely. You might as well drive the stake closer into my heart. I don't know. Oh, What a great freaking show, man. It was ridiculous. We got 4 more episodes technically. We got the special episodes. And yeah, and we're gonna. And after that, something else. I haven't decided yet. Okay, I'm gonna be honest. The only thing I've thought of, because see, originally I had stuff in my head, and then after I gave up on Jujutsu Kaisen because I hated it, I was like, well, I'll do free run now, and now I'm doing free run. So now I'm looking at Kaguya and Vinland Saga that are about to end, and I'm like, oh god, what do I do now? What do I do next? I have an idea for Vinland Saga, what to do after that. What I originally thought was maybe doing Konosuba, because I've seen memes of that show, and I know it's also ridiculous like this. I don't know if it's heartwarming like this, but I know it's ridiculous like this, so I don't know. What do you guys think? Or if you have any other suggestions on what to do after this show, I don't know. But they did it. They did it. So proud. Oh, so proud of my children. And with all of that being said, I'm Alex from 7th Hour Films, and I will see you guys next time. Take care. Alright guys, thanks for watching this video. There's a bunch of links on screen if you want to go click around any of those. There's a playlist with all of my Kaguya-Sama reactions, as well as another video you can go click on if you want. There's also a subscribe button and a Patreon button on screen, as well as other links in the description if you want to go check out any of those. See you guys later.